Hello everyone, this is Balaji.K.R signing in for Brain Smart Labs. In our previous session, I had taught you how to use a break statement which comes under branching statements in Java. Well, in our today's class, we will be seeing part 2 of our branching statements, which is very difficult to understand if at all you haven't practiced our loop examples. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳದೆ ಮರೆತುಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. In my previous video, many have noticed a small mistake in the answer key for our tricky question. We had shown you the right answer as 15, but many of you replied back to us via WhatsApp stating the answer key what we had provided was wrong. You all replied back saying the right answer would be 20 as the print statement executes exactly 20 times in the program output. Well, I need to confess two things in front of you. Number one, yes, the right answer for your tricky question is 20. And number two, the whole thing was scripted. You know, scripted ah? Yeah, scripted. Scripted because you badwa rascals are so lazy to go type and check the output for yourself. Alla, neeve heli, what ways do I have as a teacher to make you do what I say, standing inside this 18-inch screen? For those students who have double checked the output and felt the answer was wrong, good job. Yes! You will definitely improve in life. And for those students who didn't even feel there is a mistake, ಥು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜನ್ಮಕ್ಕಷ್ಟು ಬೆಂಕಿ ಯಾಕ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗ್ತೀರೇನ್ರ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾಪಿಗಳು ತಂದು ಎಸತ್ತಿನೋ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಅರಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಟೀಚ್ ಯು ಕೋಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಐ ಶೋ ಯು ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪನಾದರೂ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಬೇಡವಾ ಈಗಲಾದರೂ ಉದ್ಧಾರ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಮಪ್ಪ ಅಮ್ಮ ಪಾಪ ಹಗಲು ರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಷ್ಟ ಬಿದ್ದು ನೀವು ಓದ್ಲಿ ಅಂತ ಇಂಟರ್ನೆಟ್ ಹಾಕಿಸ್ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಪೋಲಿ ಪಿಕ್ಚರಾ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಾ ಹೇ ಹೂ ಆರ್ ಯು ಟು ಸ್ಕೋಲ್ಡ್ ದೆಮ್ ಐ ಸೇ ಹಲೋ I am not that kind of a teacher who wants to just blabber something in class and go away. I am also here to make sure you learn the subject for what you have paid me. I have every right to tame you in a right direction. Being a teacher, if I don't have a liberty to correct you also means, why am I here? To play Ludo? Makla, kedskoli. This is my last warning. For today, all basic concepts are coming to an end. Before entering my next class, practice maad code madadra badkadri. ಕೋಡ್ ಏನಾದರೂ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ವಾ ಉಪ್ ಶುರು ಆಗಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹುಚ್ಚೆ ಹೋಯ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಜಾವ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹಂಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀನಿ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ರಿಮೈನ್ ಸೋ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಗೈನ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಪೀಟಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಮೈ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ವಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಾಕಲ್ಲ ಬೈದಿದ್ದು ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೇಕ್ ಅ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ ರಿಕ್ಯಾಪ್ ಆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ವಿ ಡಿಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ರೀವಿಯಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್ In our previous session, More into Loops Part 1, we gave you a brief introduction on branching statements in Java. We saw how a break statement works in a loop, and we also saw why a break statement is always used in a switch case so abundantly. We understood the concept of nested loops, that is, one loop present inside the other loop. And here we saw how a break statement breaks the innermost loop to shift the program control completely outside the loop. We saw how a labeled block will work in Java, and here we understood the break statement in Java can only be used inside a loop or a switch case. In our program labelledloopsdemo.java, we saw the working of labeled loops, wherein we understood a labeled break statement is so powerful in a program that it can break any loop present at any level in case of nested loops. Guru, I have understood how a nested loop works in Java. But my question is, how many levels of nested loops can I add in my program? Practically unlimited.
Oh, really?
Yes. You can use any number of nested loops, that is one loop nested inside the other, as no one here will restrict you from doing so. But while coding your company projects, there is an important industry standard convention that you all have to look into.
Industry standards.
While using nested loops in your company projects, always label each loop with a valid identifier. Huh? Now why is that? I have told this you 100 times that you write code only once in your company project, but your code will be maintained by someone else later in that company. Not labeling a nested loop will create problems to your successor in that project, as he cannot understand what code you have actually written. So, it is a general practice in most of the top IT companies to follow the conventions what I teach you, which you need to be practicing from day one. Moving on, let us start with our today's topic in branching statements, the continue keyword.
Continue keyword.
A continue keyword, when used as a statement, moves the program control to the starting point of a loop by not letting it to complete the current iteration. That is, a continue statement in Java skips the execution of statements present below as our program control moves to the starting point of a loop for it to continue with the next iteration, skipping the current iteration in a loop. In simple words, continue statement will move a loop to a next iteration, skipping the remaining portions of a loop body in that particular cycle.
Illustration of continue.
In the below given for loop, as we all know, initially a loop counter is initialized followed by the verification of our looping condition. The program control then starts executing the loop body line after line. When the program control reaches the below continue statement, it directly jumps to the starting point of our loop to proceed with the next iteration. Thus, the program control skips the statements present below our continue statement for it to move on with the next iteration, which is clearly said in the definition. ಓ ಹಾಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಬಟ್ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರೋದು. ಡು ಯು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ದ ಆಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಥಾಟ್ ಯು ವೈಲ್ ಟೀಚಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್? ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಏನೋ ಇದೆ, ಆದರೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡೌಟೇ. ಹಿಂಗೆ ಕಚ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನೀವು. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋನ್ ಶೋ ಯು ಈಸ್ ಆನ್ ಆಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್. ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಐ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಡ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನಿಂಗ್ ದಟ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್. ಹೋಯ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲನೋ? So my kind advice to you all is make notes for everything what I tell and practice every program what I teach. Subject from now on will get very steep. ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ, ನೋಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಾ, ಬದುಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ. ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ತಿಪ್ಪರ್ ಲಾಗ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಫಾರ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಪೀಟಿಂಗ್ ಆಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಲಾಜಿಕ್. ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಮೀ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲಿ.
Odd even logic.
Percentage symbol in Java is known as the modulo operator, which will give you reminder as a result. In a program, when we divide an odd number using numerical value 2, we get the remainder value as numerical 1. So with this, we can make a simple logic that if we get numerical 1 as a reminder when a number is modulo operated with 2, the given number is an odd number. Suppose we divide an even number using numerical value 2. It is a well-known fact that the remainder result of this division operation will be 0. With this, we can make one more logic that if we get numerical 0 as a remainder when a number is modulo operated with 2, the given number is an even number. Correct. But idakku continue statement gu yen sambandha ide. The next example of continue what I am going to show you will require this odd even logic. Take a look.
Example for continue in Java.
Write a program to print my name is Balaji only for odd counter values. You mean only odd counter values? How can we do that? Take a look. The below program has a for loop which proceeds till the counter value reaches 10. It also has a if condition followed by our usual print statement. The program compiles fine with 0 errors when pressed Ctrl 1. As we press Ctrl 2, the program control will start executing from our main method present in line number 3. Slowly the program counter will reach our for loop where the counter value is now initialized to 0. The program control when reaches line number 7 checks for the condition is the current value of the counter even or odd. If the counter value turns out to be even, the program control reaches the continue statement present in line number 9, and here as per the definition, the program control shifts to line number 5 for it to proceed with the next iteration. In the second iteration of our for loop, the counter value will be incremented to numerical value 1. Here in this cycle, when the program control reaches line number 7, it checks for the condition whether the value of the counter is even or odd. Now as our condition here turns out to be false, the program control skips the code block below and reaches line number 11 for it to print our statement my name is Balaji as seen over here. The loop proceeds with the further iterations till the counter value reaches numerical 10. Using continue statement in for loop, okay. Can we use this continue statement in other loops as well? Of course you can use it. ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ? The following program shows you how to achieve the same odd even logic using a while loop. Take a look.
Continue statement in a while loop.
In the below program continue statement demo2.java, as you can see, we have achieved the same odd even logic using a while loop. The program compiles fine with 0 errors as we press Ctrl 1. The program executes fine with the same output as we press Ctrl 2. Please note, in this program we have used two logic balancers, one over here and another over here. If at all you forget to add logic balancers over here, that is inside your if block, you will end up in an infinite loop as the program control will be jumping from continue to while and again moves back to continue, continue to while and again moves back to continue. So my kind advice to you all is first analyze the program before you start executing the same. Now here comes an important interview question, difference between break and continue. So pay a full attention over here.
Difference between break and continue.
A break statement in Java is used to terminate an innermost loop, whereas a continue statement in Java is used to send the control of a loop to the next iteration. Lines below break statement in a loop are completely skipped and are never executed, whereas lines below continue that are skipped in the current loop cycle may be executed later in further iterations. Break statement in Java can be used either in a loop or a switch case, whereas continue statement in Java can only be used inside loops and nowhere else. Break statements help the program control to come out of a loop and hence less chances of infinite loop occurring when used, whereas the continue statement always sends the program control to the next iteration in the same loop and hence more chances of infinite loop occurring when used. Please note, additional logic balancers may be required while using continue statement as it may lead to an infinite loop. Ting ting ting.
Mini assignment.
Find the sum of all even numbers present inside the below array using continue statement and enhance for loop.
It's challenging. Not just one time, 2 times, but 3 times challenging.
So I suggest everyone should try the above program before you proceed further. Now the time has come for me to teach you an interesting trick while programming. You can call it a trick, you can call it a shortcut, all tells one and the same.
Programming shortcuts.
While writing if or else if conditional statements, if at all there is only one single statement which is to be executed, no need of writing it inside flower braces. Just write the statement beside a condition and end it with a semicolon. For example, the programming shortcut for our first conditional statement is this. Hope you can notice no flower braces are used to enclose the below print statement. Likewise, for our second conditional if block, the programming shortcut is this, where no flower braces are used to enclose one single break statement which is to be executed when our condition goes true.
Continue in various loops.
Guru, one doubt. Can we use continue statement in nested loops or labeled loops? Again, ಯಾರು ಹೇಳಿದಾಗಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ? The use of continue statement inside nested loops or labeled loops is completely valid. Ultimately, all we are trying to say is using continue statement in any loop is valid. If at all you use continue keyword in other places like switch or a block, it will become invalid and your compiler will slap you on your face. Mind it. Now here is a do-it-yourself assignment for you. Execute the below programs and analyze the output for yourself. And please, don't bother me to show the analysis of these outputs once again. So that completes continuous statement in Java. The next branching statement we are going to show you is nothing but goto keyword.
All about goto keyword.
Goto keyword in Java is a reserved keyword and you cannot use it. Goto was initially used in C language as a control statement. As Java followed C syntax, they made it as a reserved keyword and debarred the same from using it as an identifier. Funda is simple. Never name anything in your Java program as goto. It's invalid. Now here comes the last branching statement which is pending for us to teach.
The return statement.
Return keyword is a control statement used to end the execution of a method. And that's it for now. You will see more on this while we are learning methods, so stay tuned. And that brings me to the end of this session. The answer key for your mini assignment and do-it-yourself project can be seen at the end of this video. And this time, please do not follow our answers blindly. First you code, then you execute and then come to a conclusion. Illandre gottalla, next class sarriyag tintira. Make notes for every step what I tell and do text us your doubts on WhatsApp if you have any so that we can solve it for you. Remember, you understanding the subject is our topmost priority. Subscribe to this channel to stay updated for our next video release. Till then, this is Balaji.K.R signing out. Until then, ಮುಚ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ನನಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು ಇವತ್ತು 100% ಕೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. Bye bye.